Assalamu alaikum, children. Today we are doing uh, grade 6, the last ninth and 10th paragraph of my relationship with my father. So here now we are starting. What you may ask was his only son, indeed only child, doing when all this activity was taking place. I was indulging in the hobbies which I enjoyed. Here the word indulging means engaged. I was engaged in the hobbies which I enjoyed. These were sedentary and thus diametrically opposed to those of my active father. The word sedentary means these activities were inactive and totally opposite of what my father's hobbies. I love drawing, painting, reading, and writing. Admirable early pursuits for one who was to become an artist and art critic, as I have, but pursuit which did not endear my endear me to my father. That means that the writer's hobbies were quite different from his father's. Writer loved drawing, painting, reading, writing, and he wanted to become an artist or art critic. And these activities oh, was exactly not loved, not by his father. His father did not like these activities. I was indeed a disappointment to him. He despised the kind of activities which I enjoyed, and he had to face the fact that a strong, fit man like himself had somehow fathered a weakly child who was often ill. So, because his father, as we read before, his father was a fitness freak and his father loved to do boxing, swimming, and all the physical activities and sports. And even when he was not indulging himself in such hobbies, he encouraged other people to have a physical regime. And he also taught students. He also taught uh, students football and swim. But for him, his own son was quite a weak child who was often ill. And whatever the hobbies adopted by his son, he did not like them. If I had not so strongly resembled him in facial feature, he might well have doubted that he was my biological father. That means that because they were in personality, in hobbies, in likeness and dislikeness, so apart from each other, so different from each other, that if their facial features were not same or not resembles to each other, maybe he doubted that it was his actual father. That was uh, the two paragraph we read today. And after that, now in page 13, we are doing the similes. Now, what is the similes? When we say something is like something else, we are using a simile. Similes contain the word likes or as. They can use to make our writing more interesting or humorous. Example of such is as warm as toast, as slow as tortoise, as quick as lightning, as cool as cucumber. Now student, we will do page 13 of your course book, and that is, can you find similes in the second passage? Number one, her hands were as cold as ice. So, as cold as ice is a simile. The thief was as sly as fox. These as sly as fox is a simile. These biscuits taste like candies. Like candies. My father stood beside me like a pillar of strength. Like a pillar of strength is a simile. The tired travelers were slipping like a log. This is also a simile. Now create your flip your page number 14. An old shop that sells interesting thing as old as gold. Railway line as parallel as line segment. A fast moving stream as fast as race or as fast as current. A horse or buffalo pulling a cart as strong as ox. The experience of picking blackberries or wild fruit in the countryside as beautiful as nature. So students, hope you understand the similes, and that's it for today. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.